Hello, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV in. Hi, Jasper. No, it's really me. Welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Once Upon a Time, mid-season finale of season 3, episode 9. Save Henry. I'm your host Dom, and I have 4 other people with me.
Many of us.
How are there so many people on one show?
One of us.
One of us.
Many of us.
I have Omikins,
Yo.
Clio, Moto,
Hello.
Rachel,
Hello.
and I can't point to Mike because Umi's in the way.
Mike can't get
Always
point
in
to
the
that.
way. I'm so sad.
No pointy for Mike.
No pointy for me.
How
live with it.
is everybody?
Good.
Good.
There's so many of us.
Mm-hmm.
This is our first 5-box show.
Oh my dad.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Did
excited.
we get a cookie?
Special.
I am a cookie?
I
Is it
want
one
a
of-
cookie.
Do we get a
Oh.
cookie?
If you're a
want a
cookie,
red
does that mean
velvet
I have to eat
cupcake.
you?
Ugh, stop talking about pastries.
Red velvet cupcake with cream cheese icing.
She's been going on about this for a couple days now.
Can you explain to me
I
really
have
quick
mint chocolate
what
chip
is,
ice
what
cream
is the
and
big
very
deal over
dessert.
red velvet? It tastes exactly like chocolate to me,
Yeah,
It's
that's
red.
what it is.
It's red.
but it's
pretty.
It's not supposed to have a lot of
it's
chocolate,
chocolate.
in it. If it tastes like chocolate, then they put too much cocoa powder in it.
Well, I mean,
It's just red.
chocolate-ish. Ish.
I know. It does have it's supposed to have a little bit in it. Just enough to kind of taste it. But if it tastes like a chocolate cake, then
So it's kind of like how cherry Coke has a hint of red to it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, product placement. Whoops.
Oops.
Way
Are
to
you getting
go.
sponsored by them?
No, I wish.
No.
Don't we all?
Hmm. So, mid-season finale. What'd you guys think?
Oh my gosh, so much packed into
Good.
one show.
Yeah, it really was packed.
They packed it in there.
Wait, is it a mid-season
Wow.
finale?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
It's not even in the middle of the season like I was complaining on.
When's the next episode? Because I thought I saw it said next week.
No.
No?
Yeah, because when we were watching it, it said, no, that was Walking Dead. It said Walking Dead returns in February. No, I'm pretty sure it was the mid-season finale.
Either way, they started late in the season too. That's what's kind of weird.
Yeah, but I'll check into it, but keep talking.
So,
Keep talking.
Henry wasn't apparently dead right off the bat. He still had some
Yeah.
time. You saw Regina casting this protection spell to kind of keep him there for a little bit. So, it was later verified that there was a break in the time period for Pan's newfound power. What did you guys think of this?
Understandable. I mean, you can't have it all at once.
Yeah, it's not something you can just take on right away. You have to adjust.
Recharge his battery, so to say.
Not so much, more like absorb the power so he doesn't explode. And I just looked it up. The mid-season finale is in 2 weeks. We got 2 more episodes before that happens.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
okay.
we do.
Jazz hands.
See, this show is actually doing it properly. The mid-season finale is episode 11, which is exactly in the middle.
Okay, so yes, sorry. Called this too soon.
It's mid-ish. What do you
I've
see?
I've been extremely busy and I asked some people to help me out this week and
Damn it.
they're feeding me wrong information
I feed you wrong
because
information.
I'm hungry. So you feed me,
No,
and I
no.
really
Nom,
have to
nom,
go.
nom.
I really have
Your
to go to the
name says
bathroom,
Seymour?
and I'm now opening soda to make it even worse.
I thought you were opening it so you have an empty can.
And we're doing a show with probably the longest show notes we've ever written.
It's good. It's good.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a lot
Fine.
of notes.
It's fine.
It's good.
It's
It's fine. It's
fine.
fine. We're fine.
We're fine.
You're fine.
So we got to see a flashback of the moments before the curse is cast and in full effect here. So during this time, we're given some dialogue between Rumpelstiltskin and Regina. Did you guys get the feeling that Rumpel had the entire thing planned from the beginning?
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course. He always
He's-
had a plan.
Always got a plan, so it makes sense that he would have this planned. well, the Storybrooke thing planned, but not so much the Henry thing.
I think he knew.
Like
He
this.
always knows.
Well, I think he had it planned as far as Emma's son would bring her to Storybrooke.
Yes.
Mhm.
And that was about as far as he got.
He seemed to know that Regina was going to have this empty heart, that she was going to fulfill it with a child. He kind of knew that, and he seemed to have Henry all ready to go. Like, that was already preordained for him. Like, he had that ready to go. But my question is, at this point, it almost seems as if the character, Mr. Gold, does not know about the curse.
That's been my question this entire series. Does he
Wait,
actually?
no.
Does Mr. Gold not know,
No, he
or
does.
is he playing
He actually
dumb?
knows. That
No.
was revealed at the end of season 1.
Right. But
And
I'm
he
saying
actually
at
knew
this
the whole time he was just
point,
playing dumb.
I'm saying at this point in the flashback, it seems like he doesn't know at all.
No, he does. He's just playing dumb.
Yeah, he
I
was
don't.
playing dumb.
Maybe he just didn't know it to the extent. You know what I mean? Or he was just trying to throw Regina off.
I don't
It could
think-
go either
Yeah,
way.
he wasn't gonna say, "Oh yeah, Regina, I know there's a curse."
Oh yeah, I had
He's
this all
playing
planned.
it under the radar.
I don't think he had any idea that Henry was his grandson.
No.
No,
No, that
did not
definitely
know
took him by
that.
surprise.
Yeah.
he knew that Henry would bring Emma to Storybrooke one day.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I think, once the curse was lifted, I think he didn't know any further than that.
Yeah.
So once Emma stepped foot into Storybrooke, that's it.
So
he didn't know any further.
He was kind of the one that manufactured the spell for the curse in the first place. So do you think he made the curse in place that he retained his memory?
Oh
I
yeah.
thought he got the curse from Maleficent.
The curse, wasn't the curse originally from Maleficent?
It was from Maleficent. Maybe he gave Maleficent the curse.
I thought he had a hand in that.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I know she got it from Maleficent because she went and asked her for it.
No, Maleficent got shafted on that end of it.
No,
Definitely did.
Oh,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Maleficent's my favorite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think he had the entire thing preordained.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
he
gonna
knew
go
all
with
of
that
it.
too.
So,
Mhm.
He has everything else preordained. Why not this?
Yep.
He
So-
pretty much, I think he has a clue, but not like all of the fine details. So things still. Oh my god.
So the curse goes on for about 18 years or so, and Regina is kind of starting to feel this emptiness that she has inside of her. Do you guys think she was cut out to be a mother from the beginning?
I think there was always that part of her that could have been. I mean, Regina wasn't this evil wench her whole life. I mean, she grew up and she was a nice person to begin with. It was, her mother and Rumpel who molded her into this evil being. So she could have very well been a mother, a good one, if she went down the right path to begin with.
I think it all really started with, what's this fuck dying?
Daniel.
Daniel dying,
Mm.
and then it just kind of snowballed from there. Then the whole Snow White telling her mom, but then again, Regina didn't tell Snow White that her mom was an evil bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Cora had a hand in Daniel going
Yep.
other places, so it really was her mom that caused it all.
Oh, her mom caused so much pain
Mm.
because her mom didn't have a heart.
Yep.
Because I remember when she finally got back her heart, she said, "You were enough."
Yeah.
I actually almost cried at that point.
I didn't.
You probably didn't even cry when a sun hit you in the face.
I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Opened up
And the
blood
blood
flow.
vessels in your nose.
I saw the sign. So-
Okay.
I did not see that one coming.
It's a little bit of an inside joke. So, we see after Regina kind of finds out the whole backstory, she enlists the help of her genie. I forgot his name right now.
Sydney.
Sydney. Jasper's being a pain in the ass. She enlists the help of Sydney, so we got to hear from Sydney again, so it's good to know that they haven't completely forgotten about him. She enlists the help of Sydney to kind of find the backstory of Henry's parents and finds out that Emma was discovered in the woods just around the time of the curse. And
Storybook.
yeah, and she kind of figures that this was Rumpel's plan from the beginning. She confronts Mr. Gold. He is either really good at playing dumb or just honestly, who knows for sure. At this stage in the game, he may have not remembered anything, and maybe Regina tried a spell on him to make him remember, and then he pretended that didn't work. So we don't know. It's one of those two options at this point. It's one of those two. But either way, she assumed that was his plan from the start, and she went to go return Henry to the adoption agency. She kept her receipt, obviously.
I was going to say, did she keep the receipt?
Yes.
Was it within the first 30 days?
Yes.
Yes.
But you could see she kind of had some regret right off the bat before even doing it. She went in with an instruction manual.
Mm-hmm.
And her receipt. Instruction manual on what to do with Henry, his bedtime, what to feed him, and all that stuff. And then you see she changed her mind really quick, which really wasn't much of a surprise. But then we get to see what the other family was that was going to adopt him. And we found that was John and Michael Darling.
Yep. That was a little surprise.
What did you guys think of that whole twist?
It's funny.
It makes sense because Penn was trying to get his hands on Henry from the very get-go.
Mm-hmm. See,
I was wondering if they had posed as a gay couple or whether...
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I was going with that, yeah.
They're brothers! Oh, God.
I know, it's funny.
It would have been better, because at this point, it feels like that they didn't have that story written in place, and they specifically wrote that adoption piece in for this season, right? Mm-hmm. So, if they had gone at some point during the original season, or even the second season, and they had set up this adoption thing and said that another family and mentioned that it was two guys and then tied it into the season, I think that would have been a little more shocking for me that they set it up that early. But it didn't really come as much of a shock to me because it was all done within the same season and it's something that they could work in really easily. So, but
I still wasn't expecting them.
I was as soon as I saw the shadow.
Oh,
as soon as I saw the shadow,
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's John and Michael.
No.
So it really wasn't much of a surprise when they actually cut to him, but yeah. So back to Neverland. The group's got about an hour left to find Henry. And if they didn't, he was going to die. Did you think that was possible at all? Do you think he was going to die? Do you think there's even a chance?
No.
No.
He wanted to play the hero.
Killed off Henry.
He wanted to play the hero. Sometimes the hero has to die.
Yeah, but I mean, what
Not this
motivation would Emma and the rest of the peoples have after Henry died to keep going on their epic quest of whatever? I mean, I think if Henry died, it's a story ender right there.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You don't think any of the characters would try to carry on without him? They'd just all give up?
Well, they wouldn't. They'd go back to Storybook or whatever, but there would be no story afterwards other than, Belle having a baby or something. And who wants to see that shit?
Or maybe
I don't.
Pan going back with them or some, hiding away. I don't know.
So what you guys are saying is this entire TV series is revolving around Henry.
Yeah, it has been.
Kind of. Yeah, totally.
He's been central to the plot of a lot of episodes.
Yeah, I mean, Emma's the main character, but Henry keeps it going.
Yeah.
He's what started everything.
He drives it.
So he's the most important part of this show.
Pretty much.
One of the,
Just like Jasper is the most important part of this show.
Yeah.
Totally.
Kitty.
Jasper, you asked the next question. So, when interrogating the Lost Boys, Emma kind of gets them to cave in easily. What did you guys think of that?
Oh, I thought it would happen.
Yeah.
After, he says that, well, Wendy said she couldn't stand there because she couldn't stand the crying. They were crying for their mom. That's all they wanted, is to go home and have a mom.
At first, I thought Snow was going to say something because the way that Emma approached the thing, she's like, every boy wants their mother, and she looked at Snow. So I thought the speech was going to be made by Snow originally, but then Emma ended up doing it, so...
Yeah. I wasn't too surprised that Felix resisted. I think he's been there too long. I think there's something behind behind Felix. There's something behind that. Like he might have been the first Lost Boy recruited.
Felix he seems like the sequel to Rufio to me.
Rufio! Yes!
He might be.
Rufio will always be my favorite Lost Boy, and I'm so disappointed that he wasn't in it, but I'm still glad that they mentioned him.
They did mention him.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, there's something. They're going to do something with him. They're spending too much time on him.
I'd like to see a flashback with Rufio.
Yeah. Red mohawk and everything.
Yeah. Skunk Hawk.
Skunk Hawk.
So
yeah, I mean, the whole mother thing, that even happened in the, other versions of, Peter Pan.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy takes the Lost Boys back to
Especially,
England.
what's his name? Tilbolts or something like that. And Hook. He lost his marbles.
yeah. Why do you guys think that Wendy didn't play the motherly role in this telling?
She's just a little kid.
She doesn't know how.
She's always been a little kid in all the tellings.
Well, she might be pissed off because she was kept captive for so long and they didn't help her.
Stockholm Syndrome.
She's
There's
pissed.
no
Obviously, it's not
Stockholm,
Stockholm Syndrome
No.
if she ratted Pan out.
You're right. She eventually ratted Pan out, but it was some, for a while there.
That was not Stockholm Syndrome. That was because John and Michael were being held over her head.
Yeah.
All
She's
right,
scared.
True, that's right. Duh.
She's scared.
Okay, that's
She's
not
still-
Stockholm Syndrome.
She may be over 100 years old, but she's still a little girl. She's scared, and she believes what he told her. And
Yeah.
So were you expecting the other Lost Boys to be as loyal as Felix, or...
no.
They were all a lot younger than he was.
Yeah.
Mhm. I don't
Felix
think they've
looks
been
like
there as
he
much
is
long
the-
as him.
As far as just like regular age goes, not as Neverland age. That's completely out of the picture right now. I think Felix is the oldest of them all, like the most mature in his mindset. So it makes sense that he was going to be loyal, and the rest were going to be like, well, they're telling us that we can go home with them, and they'll give us a better life.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something happened in his past. His mom abandoned him or something, so he's just very pissed off about that.
That's the reason why most of those kids are there, because somebody abandoned them. So
Not necessarily. Pan took him.
I said most. I mean, it's the reason why they say, I believe, and the shadow came to them, Yes, Pan was the mastermind behind it all, but they wanted to go somewhere else because
they
of
could've
a
just-
different reason. Because they were abused or they were abandoned or something. They just felt like
or
they
their
were...
mommy said they can't have any more sweets.
Hey,
You know how kids are.
Tie your shoelaces. Comb your hair.
I don't
Make
like
your
you.
bed.
Brush your teeth. Get your
I don't
shoes
wanna
on.
wash
That's it.
my
I'm running away
hair.
from home.
Exactly.
You make me make my bed. I'm leaving. I'm gonna run away and hide in a tree.
2 hours
What?
later, they come back. I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
Honey, that's one way we could torture Mia. Make her bed.
No, that's so mean.
It's dangerous, too, being her bed's a loft bed.
Yeah, exactly. She'll fall and break your noggin on something.
Not if you give her pixie dust.
It's not the same thing as NyQuil, is it?
So you had Regina, Snow, and Emma. They go searching for Pan, try to get Henry's heart back, and they find Pandora's box. Snow just can't listen to directions, and she decides to go spring the trap anyway.
She's like Carl in the first season of The Walking Dead. Never does what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, she's that naive character. I mean, It's like, Pan wouldn't have just left it there. Oh, what's the worst that could happen? Grabs
I
it.
know,
All of a
right?
sudden, Pan's thinking tree uses Vine Whip. It's super effective.
Like,
So-
are you stupid?
That sounds like a
Really?
Pokemon reference that flew over my head because I don't play Pokemon.
It is a
Pokemon
Pokemon
reference.
reference.
I
Why
thought
is it
she was
Pokemon?
stupid. I'm like, dude, what, you have no brains. Did you not think this through?
Okay, Dom, here's... never mind.
Your daughter's the blonde, not you. She gives brunettes a bad name.
I think Snow's still caught up in, her brain is elsewhere, as in, figuring out how she's gonna...
Dying husband.
Yeah, exactly. Her husband's gonna die if he leaves Neverland, and how she's figuring out how to adapt to that change and staying there forever with him. So,
Yeah, that's
Because
right.
the world does not revolve around her.
well,
I know,
No.
but I didn't put those two together. That Rumple's in the box, and she needs Rumple to save
mhm.
Yeah.
Charming.
Yeah.
It's in the box.
Yeah, she knew he was in there. She wants to save him. She wants to be able to go home with him. She doesn't want to be stranded on Neverland forever. And especially if they stop Pan and reverse whatever they're doing, you're going to assume that the hourglass is going to continue ticking down and Neverland is going to disappear from reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure they know about that, and I'm pretty sure that's a big concern of theirs.
I'm surprised they took Felix. I would have left him there.
So when they're all wrapped up in the tree, they're all vine whipped, however Mike put it.
Vine whipped.
Entangling roots.
That sounds kind of kinky.
So Pan reveals that he is in fact Rumpelstiltskin's father.
Yeah.
Were they more shocked than we were?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, no, about the same, probably.
Like, how...
No.
You're younger than him.
I know.
Oh.
The thing is, they wrap that all up in about 10 minutes, whereas we're still sitting here going, I can't believe that shit.
No, they
Yeah.
wrapped that up in 15 seconds.
I know.
Yeah.
It was really fast.
Well,
It
Oh
was-
my god,
10
you're
minutes.
Rumpelstiltskin's father? You're younger than him. No, I'm a lot older than I look.
My point being is, no, they weren't as shocked as we were, because that would still be rolling
Yeah.
in their brain right now. But
Yeah.
it's
I don't know.
not.
Maybe it's something that will continue. I don't know, but
They
well,
moved
it's gonna
on pretty
have
quick.
to because
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well-
about that.
Well, here's the thing. I may have called it in passing, so it doesn't really count that I said he was his father. But you guys have to admit, from the very beginning, I said that they were related. I knew that much.
well, I think we all thought they were related somehow.
Remember, I wanted them to be
Yeah.
brothers, and you're like, oh, if it's not that, I'm going to be so disappointed. So
That went
were
with
you
first
guys actually
cousins.
disappointed when you found out it wasn't his brother and it was his father?
No,
No, that works just as well, if not better.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I think
Especially
it,
the
I
way
think
they
it's
it
better.
kinda
told
make-
the story.
it kind of makes everything come together. You're like,
does.
oh, okay.
So that's
That
why
makes
Rumple's
sense.
a dick.
Yeah.
Because his father abandoned him after, like, shaving 40 years off his life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dad traded him in for youth.
Mm-hmm.
So Pan's thinking tree is told to feed off of regret, and the regret people hold inside. Regina breaks free, saying that she regrets nothing because she has Henry.
Mm-hmm.
She went.
Did you guys see
regretted
that
it.
coming?
Yeah.
Sort of.
As the
Yeah,
way that
sort of.
the episode was kind of building up to that point where she she probably had a lot of regrets before Henry, because she was like, I'm alone. What am I going to do? And then she got Henry and she's like, it's all better now. And then she took that
Well, they
potion.
should. I was gonna say she did that potion.
Yeah.
All her worries went away.
She
Everything.
just reached in and grabbed Henry's heart right out of Pan like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Were you guys kind of
Like
disappointed?
butter.
That's
that-
her
Oh.
thing. That's her thing.
But were you
Badass
disappointed
mama.
that this conflict that they were building to just ended so quickly?
No.
I don't think he was
I-
expecting it
I
because the look
I-
of shock on his face was priceless.
I was kind of, but they had just explained that he's weakened in this current state as he's absorbing the new power and all that stuff. But I was expecting the showdown between epically powerful magical being A and epically powerful magical being B and C, one of them being in Pandora's box. I was expecting
mean-
it to be a lot more showy. like fireballs flying and shit exploding and an actual mage fight and shit
I
like
would
that. But
say
instead it was
Regina was
just
taking no prisoners. She was
no,
like,
exactly. It's
"Fuck
just
you."
like I'm free, fight over.
I think it's more Pam was
Fatality.
really shocked that she just got that sneak attack in there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Sucker punched him.
He
Yeah.
didn't
Like,
expect her to say she has no regrets and break free.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah,
just walked
exactly.
straight up to him and just reach in and grab his heart.
Is the
Yeah.
sucker
Pan
punch
was a-
satisfying though?
No, not at all.
No, it kind of was
See
kind of
fireballs.
It's expected though.
I
I
felt
almost-
a little cheated. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Yeah.
almost stood up and clapped for Regina. That was the coolest fucking
No,
thing I saw.
Yeah, it was definitely badass on her part,
Mhm.
but
Yeah. It
I
just
still felt
lackluster.
cheated in this epic battle between
Really?
Pan and them. I thought this was gonna come to like the classic Peter Pan sword fights and everything that you expect from Pan, and it wasn't at all.
Sword fights, lightning bolts, someone pulling a meteor out of the sky, crazy shit like that.
I want to see him fight. I want to see him fly. I want to see him crow. That's the Pan I
wanted
know.
to see Emma use her power.
But this isn't the Pan you know. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
This
He's
is
not
a
gonna crow.
completely different Pan.
I still want to hear him crow.
Maybe he
Danny
will.
will.
Get a
probably
chicken.
crowed
Go get a rooster.
in the flashback episode with when it's revealed that he's Rumpel's father.
He crowed as
crows.
the old decrepit man. He didn't crow as Peter Pan.
Come on.
He crowed as
He's so
Rumpelstiltskin's father, which we I don't even remember his name now.
Malcolm.
What were we calling
Found out his
him?
name was Malcolm.
George.
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 Okay.
Malcolm.
We found
His
out
real
the
name is Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Yeah, his real name is Malcolm, but we call
I
him
am
George.
never calling him Malcolm.
George.
Is he Malcolm in the Middle?
Always
No.
be calling Malcolm.
George.
So
Georgia the Jungle.
So now they revive Henry. They bring him. Well, they revive him on the Jolly Roger. Regina casts a protection spell so his heart can never be pulled from his chest again. And then they just leave him alone.
I know.
Rest and get
Don't.
sleep.
Whose
If it were my
bright
kid-
idea
even-
was it to
even-
leave him unattended?
Even if he had to
Yeah.
rest and get sleep, I would be there by his side, making sure he was breathing right. I
It's
mean,
spec-
So who do you
I'm a-
blame more? Who do you blame more, Regina
the parents,
or Emma?
All of them.
Everybody.
All
Yeah,
of
all of
them.
them.
They all should have been there. At least one of them.
At least,
should have
yeah, at
had
least
the
one.
thought.
They should have.
Pan-
Exactly. They should have.
Pan isn't dead. They know Pan isn't dead. They ripped Henry's heart out of Pan and left him there in pain on the ground. He's not gonna die from that. He's not dead.
He still has his heart.
Guard Henry, you friggin' morons!
Yeah.
I knew as soon as she left, I'm like, Pan's coming back.
Okay, so
Exactly.
maybe I worded it wrong. Who do you think feels more guilt for not staying there, Regina or Emma?
Regina.
Well, they don't have anything to be guilty for yet. They don't know what happened.
This
Well, I'm
is
saying
true.
when it came to be. Who do you think
Well,
felt more
Find
guilt?
out.
They
'cause-
they did come back with Pan trying to tear his shadow off. So
No,
I mean,
Rumpel
that
did.
was
The other,
yeah,
the
Rumpel
girl,
did.
the mothers didn't know anything. I
uh,
don't think Rumpel's told them.
What was the idea there?
Rumpel's gonna tell. He's gonna tell about the shadow thing.
Yeah, but what was the idea there? He tried to rip out Henry's heart, failed. So what? He's gonna kill him? Just rip his shadow off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That would
if he
kill him,
can't
though?
have-
ripping your
Or
shadow
maybe-
off doesn't kill you.
No. It didn't
It-
kill
Maybe-
Pan. It didn't. Well, we didn't even know if Pan.
But no. The shadow. Who was it? Greg?
Greg, yeah.
He had his shadow ripped off, and he just outright died from it.
Ooh,
I think
wait,
if
what?
if you choose to take your shadow off, you survive. But if it just
Oh.
gets ripped from you, you die.
But yeah,
Oh, okay.
Tamara got an arrow through the back, and Greg had his shadow forcibly removed, and he just died from it.
Right. Okay.
Oh yes.
I forgot about them. They're so inconsequential.
Yeah, so I'm guessing the forcible removal of a shadow is because, you do it the right way, you live. You do it the wrong way, you die. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pan was
And
doing
he's-
it the wrong
yeah.
way.
So
And then all of a sudden, back in the box.
So obviously, they let Mr. Gold out of Pandora's box, but then when they run in and they see this happening, the first thing that they could think of is to throw Pan inside of Pandora's box. That was their plan all along.
Wasn't
So-
it just Rumpel? It wasn't them. It was just him.
Rumpel was the only one in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
with,
think
Pan
so.
and, with Pan and Henry, there were the only three in the room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Well, Rumpel's plan anyway from the beginning was to put Pan in Pandora's box.
Mm-hmm.
Get it, Pandora's
Pan and Pen?
box.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sure.
No fun.
No. Okay.
Fun,
I
fun,
tried.
no fun.
So if Peter Pan and Dora the Explorer got together, would that be their box?
Ugh. I'm really glad I zoned out for that, and I didn't hear it.
Would you like me to repeat it?
No, let's just
No.
move on.
You saw Mr. Gold try to get Pan sucked in, but he's in the middle of ripping Henry's shadow out, and all of a sudden their eyes, you see some flickering happen there. What did you think had happened at that point?
I knew they switched.
I knew something was
I
up.
don't know.
It wasn't going to be that easy.
No, I knew some. Yeah, obviously I knew something
Pan's
was up.
face changed. Like he didn't understand what was going on. I knew
And-
Henry was in the box.
And when he said when Gold opened it, he said something. What? You're not the only one that has the blood. Same thing that Neil said
Blood
when
magic works both ways.
Yeah. Same thing that Neil said when he went to his father's castle, because he could open up the secret door because they're blood. Well, both of them are his blood. So how would
Yep.
So Pandora's linked to Rumple because of their blood.
No, I'm saying, well, that's how he opened the box.
Yeah.
And that's when he told Pan, well, both Henry and Pan are his blood, so I don't know how he figured he was just pulling Pan in when he could have possibly pulled Henry in.
Yeah. So Pan reveals, or should I say Henry reveals to Felix, that he's really Peter Pan. Rest of them don't know. That means Henry's in Pan's body, who's trapped inside of Dora the Explorer and Peter Pan's box. See? I repeated it for you, and you didn't have time to zone out.
See, I zoned out on that one. I was taking a drink. It's a
Okay.
lovely lemonade. I love it.
I have no beer left. I want more beer.
So what is Pan's
The
plan
rum is
now?
gone.
Pan's plan now is to probably to find another source of power.
He's got the power, though. He's
And
got
Henry's
he's
heart.
got Henry's heart.
It's true.
He's gonna make them pay.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna raise hell back in Storybrooke.
Do you think he's going back to Storybrooke?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the ship.
He's
He's
on
on-
the ship. They're already there. They're
Halfway
on their
there.
way.
They're on their way.
Are they
but
living on a
he's gonna-
prayer?
He's.
Whoa.
And I didn't make the "I've got the power" song reference, so in my
He's
heart,
gonna
I've
cause some
been
shit
singing
on the
this.
way there, and maybe they won't make it. Who knows? Maybe they'll go on a tangent and end up going to the Enchanted Forest.
I think they make it back to Storybrooke.
I don't know. It's. I mean, it just Pan's gonna cause some sort of trouble, and I'm thinking that Storybrooke isn't gonna happen right away for them.
No, I think Pan's going to cause trouble, but there's something that's going to cause him trouble because Henry's body isn't eternal youth. It's going to grow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That doesn't affect him now. I mean, he's not gonna get older for another 10 years.
He's
not gonna be.
He's going to feel it. He's going to feel it.
Yeah, he's gonna feel it, but it's
And
not
he's going to
gonna.
be like, what the fuck?
So now,
He's going to freak.
They're gonna get
No,
him
I
out of
think
there
Pan's got a
before
plan.
that
He's
happens.
waiting it out.
Yeah.
I have some kind of like behind the scenes kind of questions for you guys. The a show like Lost, which the writers are familiar with because this is where they came from. One of the main stories in the early seasons revolved around a child that they had on the show, and he ended up growing up too fast that they kind of had to bump him off the show and write him out. And it left a lot of his storylines open. They didn't tie him up very well. Henry, they're watching him grow, so that's all right. But Peter Pan is supposed to be eternally a child. And he's portrayed by a fairly young actor. He's in his early teens.
He's 18.
Yeah. Or is he? I thought he was like 16.
No, he just looks young.
16 isn't early.
That's mid-teens.
Whatever.
16.
Okay, so he's 18. He's not going to look like that forever.
No.
So they need to kind of finish up this Peter Pan story fast. Do you think this is going to be something that they conclude the season? Or do you think that now, with him out of Neverland, that they could deal with him growing old?
I think they're going to find a way to get him back in his body. And like they said, fate worse than death. Well, fate worse than death for him is growing old again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He has to relive that. I mean, he's already lived that, but he's going to have to relive it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to relive your teens again?
No, thank you.
So, do you think
My teens weren't that bad.
time passes for him while he's in Pandora's box? So is he going to age in there?
I don't know. I think he's just held in a supernatural limbo.
Yeah, I think he's just
But
held.
like we
On
found
hold.
out Neverland.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that Pan's body isn't going to stay there for very long.
No, it's not going to. No. They're going to find out pretty quick.
Yeah.
They're going to.
It's more
It's
from
gonna take
season
him-
to season. You've noticed Henry, and it's very apparent that he's growing up. You can
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
that just watching from season to season. I feel like next season, if Pan is still a thing, you're gonna tell the actor aged a year. He's young enough that you're gonna see that.
Yeah, but aged a year, that's not going to matter that much. I mean,
He could be doing a whole Ralph Macchio thing where he looks like he's eternally 15.
Well, like Chad said, which I kind of agree with, that if they manage to get Pan back in his original body, that the magic is just going to go away, and he's just going to be the old man again.
That is quite a possibility.
Yeah.
I think that if Pan's magic goes away completely, he's going to die.
And he's gonna turn into a pile of dust because
Do
he's
you
like.
think he's gonna die, or do you think he's gonna go back to being
I
Malcolm?
think he's going to die.
Well,
And
I
magic
think he
was
might
not
go
only
back to.
keeping him young, it was keeping him alive. Because, I mean,
Yeah, but then when the spell lifted off of Storybrooke, all of them should have turned to dust too. Because the magic in Storybrooke was keeping them alive.
Not really. I mean, the curse was only active for
Grandpa
18
lost
years. I mean, they should have aged, but they wouldn't have died because the curse was only active for 18 years, for as long as Emma was alive, or as long as until 28 years. It was only
28
active.
years. Not 18,
So-
28. Yeah.
Yeah, 28. So I mean, some of them might be dead, but they should have aged, not died.
Yeah. So do you think Henry's gonna get out of Pandora's box this season?
Oh, definitely.
I think he's getting out
think
next
so.
episode.
Really?
Honestly.
next few episodes.
I
They're going to figure it out. It's going to take
Or
a
at least
little
the body.
time.
Not,
Or
it might
someone's
not
going to
do
be
the
like,
switchback.
I can see, either Emma or maybe someone on the outside, maybe even Gold going, there's something wrong with Henry. And they're going to be like, Emma, Snow, and Regina are going to be so happy that he's back, they're not going to see it.
This
Could
is
be.
true. It's going to be long enough for Pan to cause crap, and
It's gonna cause lots of crap.
he's going to cause some crap, enough for him to cause this crap, and then they're going to figure it out because obviously Henry's not going to be causing this crap. So they're going to be like, "Huh, that must be not Henry. Let's fix this right now."
Must be not
Mhm.
Henry.
Must be not. Must be not.
Must be not.
Who do you think is
Get
gonna
me
discover it first?
I was going to say,
I honestly think
I
Regina.
don't know. I think she's so happy to have him back, she'll overlook it.
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
knows him best.
But I think she feels guilty.
I think Neil will figure it out.
I don't
Well,
know if
like,
he
Neil
knows.
had a
I
whole
don't-
conversation with him already.
Yeah, I don't think he knows him well enough.
Maybe they'll all get back to Storybrooke as some of you think, and Belle will figure it out.
I'm
Maybe.
calling.
No.
Damn it!
smart.
That was gonna be my guess. You stole it. You
Aw.
stole it.
I called it first.
I'm
All right, then
calling Neil.
I'm calling something ridiculous because you know
Maybe
what happens when I
Granny.
call ridiculous. Pongo is
Pongo?
gonna figure it out.
Pongo. Oh my
The
god.
dog.
If it's
Maybe.
the dog.
Maybe because dogs sense those kind of things.
We're on the same wavelength
Whenever-
right now.
Umi just
Whenever
spit it out
Pongo
like half a
says
second
something,
before me.
he
Here's
barks.
my logic though. Here's my logic behind Pongo. We know Cruella de Vil's coming.
We do.
So
Yeah.
This is true.
So Pongo needs a little bit more. He needs something else. He's been quiet for a few episodes. They mentioned him this episode.
Dom, if you're right, I quit this show.
My logic, though, behind Neil, he may not know Henry well enough, but he knows Pan well enough.
Yeah.
That's
Is he
maybe
does.
Hook, maybe Hook will figure it out.
Even there. I'm sticking with Neil, though. That's my bet.
I'm going with
Maybe
Pongo.
even Granny will pick it up because he always went to her cafe and stuff.
I mean, there's always Ditzy Ariel. She could figure it out.
She's got the wolf.
I'm going with Pongo.
Oh, I'll say Hook. Hook will say something.
Ariel's not that ditzy.
All right.
I
I
think
just want
Hook
I
will
want to
say
go around for the
something to
record.
Emma,
I want to
and
go around
Emma
for the
will be
record.
like,
Umi, what's yours?
Belle.
Cleo?
Regina.
Rachel?
Hook.
Mike?
Neil.
And I'm going with Pongo. So
That's our official.
All right.
I love that every one of us has a different opinion.
me too. Well,
what this is
mine
all
mine
about.
originally was
I
Belle,
know,
but
I'm
I'm
happy.
morphing it
Okay,
into
ready?
Pongo, and I'm putting logic behind it. So
You ready? We're all wrong, probably.
Yeah, I hope we're all wrong.
what it's gonna be? Here it is
It's
right
gonna
now.
be David.
No, here it is. Pan's gonna out himself.
I guess what I'm bad.
He might. He is just that cocky.
So
He's gonna start monologuing, and then it's all over.
Don't monologue.
Yeah.
Did we
Alright.
learn that from The Incredibles?
So next week the episode is called The New Neverland. What do you guys think The New Neverland is?
Storybrooke.
Okay, so the residents of Storybrooke are overjoyed upon the return of Henry and our heroes from Neverland.
Okay.
Looks like you guys are right. But beknownst to them, a plan is secretly being put into place by a well-hidden Pan that will shake up the very lives of the townspeople. Mike, what is the synopsis starting to sound like?
Threaten someone in some way, shape, and form.
Threatens the team.
Wait, I had a knife. Where'd it go? It's gone.
Meanwhile,
Non-spoilery synopses.
in the fairy tale land that was, Snow White and Prince Charming's honeymoon turns out to be anything but romantic when they go in search of a mythical being that could stop Regina cold in her tracks. Do you think they're gonna stop her in the land of the past?
But the mythical creature
Yes.
could possibly, if they succeeded, what would the mythical creature be?
Maybe they're continuing to go Greek and it's the Minotaur. Minotaur.
Minotaur?
Nah.
Medusa?
Medusa.
Medusa.
It would stop her cold in her
Medusa.
tracks.
Ice Queen
From Narnia?
from Narnia.
Yes!
Oh god, the
White
White
Witch.
Witch. That would be amazing.
Yes! Make this happen! Make this happen!
What icy creatures or villains were there in Disney movies or fairy tales that
Well,
you could think
we
of?
did have a brand new Disney movie just come out called Frozen.
Frozen.
I don't think they're gonna tap into that just
No, I
yet.
don't think
Why
so.
not?
Not yet. Not yet.
Why not?
Not yet.
They've been working on this movie forever. They had plenty of time to integrate it early in so that it would come out coincide with the release of Frozen.
Previous movies.
I mean, as soon as Disney acquired Star Wars, they started throwing the Star Wars references into the show, like, within weeks.
Yeah, but I'm just
Well-
saying, what are
That's different.
any icy creatures or people from previous Disney or fairy tales?
Other than Snow White.
I mean, going back to Greek, one of the Titans from Hercules' powers was ice.
A Yeti?
Yeti.
I mean,
Yeti. Backyardigans.
I don't know, a frost elemental? Ymir the frost giant? I got nothing.
I'm looking up.
You're gonna go to
Frosty,
Jotunheim.
Frosty the Snowman.
It's probably nothing to do with
Guys,
To
they're
go
gonna
along
go
with
to
Santa
Jotunheim.
Claus.
It's
Wait.
Frosty the Snowman, and Santa Claus is going to make his debut.
Also,
Oh my god, can you
Mike,
imagine if it was Santa? Yes, sweetie.
I can't really take anything you say seriously because your hair is all over the fucking place right now.
Oh, it's because the headset keeps scooting forward.
Perfect.
So, like, yeah, that's the problem. The headset's acting as a hairband, and as we've been talking, it's just been slowly doing that.
I'm glad to know you now wear headbands.
I said acted as a headband. I've never worn one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that for a minute.
My hair used to be down to the middle of my back, so I would wear, scrunchies.
So, do you guys think it's possible we're going to see Santa this season?
Oh my god.
I wish it's Santa. I hope it's Santa.
No.
No.
My hair
Because you know
would
what?
be up.
Pan cannot be Henry and Prancer at the same damn
really-
time.
I honestly, I hate agreeing with Dom sometimes. But if the White Witch could be in Once Upon a Time, Santa was in Narnia.
True.
Just saying.
Well, Santa's everywhere this season right now, you know?
We have
Even,
two.
like-
We have 2 more
Oh,
episodes that are in
motherfuckers.
December. So if they're gonna do it, it's gonna be in these 2 episodes.
I hope not.
True. It's true. It's true.
And
Horrifyingly true.
stops her cold in her tracks. Santa lives at the North Pole. He rides the Polar Express. Those are some pretty cold tracks.
Oh god.
The voices are telling me not to blink.
Oh,
Wow,
god.
this hair really is
So
good.
chat room is saying maybe it's Bumble from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I'd go for that. It's something. You know what? I want to go watch that now.
Bumbles bounce.
I don't know. So one last poll.
Yeah.
Umi, Santa Claus this season, yay or nay?
No.
Clio,
Nay.
Rachel,
Mm-mm.
Mike.
Yes.
Oh, whoa.
It's the boys versus the girls.
I was gonna say these female naysayers.
I didn't say.
You know, I just looked up
I didn't say he'll
things.
never be on Once Upon a Time. I just said not this season.
I know. I'm talking
There are
about this
some
season.
obscure like women wizards and stuff like that, like Madame Mim from Sword in the Stone.
Yeah.
I know she did Frozen. The chick from The Emperor's New Groove.
Isla?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So-
Yes.
I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know if I had to pick between Santa Claus or Frozen. They're about 50-50 for me.
Isma is like my favorite thing of all time.
Do you guys think
Maybe-
Frozen at all?
Okay, if Santa's
No.
gonna come,
No.
maybe it's the Frost Miser.
Guys.
Mm.
Guys.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yoda.
As Mr. Freeze.
Why does everybody talk over me when I say that?
Because
I said
You,
Jotunheim.
you
I don't
cut
know.
out for a
I
second.
agree.
You lagged.
Time.
Okay. Oh, I didn't hear you because everyone was talking at once.
Jotunheim.
Jack Frost.
Jack, wait a second. That
Even
actually
them.
makes sense.
That's
Yeah, it's
how
not
Jack
bad.
Frost-
Jack Frost makes sense, but Santa Claus doesn't.
Jack Frost is like, there's Mother
He isn't
Nature and
just
Jack
Chris-
Frost.
Yeah, he's just
He
not-
was a
he's not
poet.
Chris- He's not just a Christmas thing.
Not
He's
the poet.
Not the
Okay.
poet.
Not the poet.
The unicorn is mad at you.
Aw. Two unicorns are mad at you.
Wow.
Umi, where can the people... What the hell happened to Mike's hair? Scoot down a little bit. Scoot down a little bit.
Just noticed, right?
Well, it's off camera.
Oh wow! It
I
looks
was
like a
staring
bow.
at the camera like this.
It looks like a bow in his hair. Like his hair's actually made a bow.
Can you get a face for you?
Oh God. They can find me on Twitter at Venom24, LADYV, and OM24.
Mike, where can the people follow your hair?
Oh, you made one!
Whoa!
And you didn't make me one?
Children.
Did
God
you
damn.
really put a heart over the N?
No, that's a little. Whoop, this way. Hold on. I'm working on it.
It's a
Oh,
Twitter.
it's a little tweet.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
It's a twat.
Oh.
See, you know what? He didn't make me one. What a
You can
dick.
find me at that. Wait, lowering it down. There we go on Twitter.
Now, can I ask one quick question?
What?
Is that an even lowercase d before the already lowercase d?
No, that's how he
No.
writes his A's.
That's an A. Look, I'm drawing them blocky letters and coloring them in, and I'm not an artistic person. So that little A came out looking like, I mean, if you zoom in really close, it looks like a tiny D, but it's an A.
It's a
I didn't
Hobbit
feel like-
D.
It's a baby D.
It
I
is a
didn't
Hobbit
feel like-
D.
Scientist.
Erasing and redoing.
It's a
I was
Hobbit
coloring
D.
this in as we were doing Mad
You need
Libs.
to have your hair like that every episode.
Oh,
Rachel, where can the
can't
people
believe
find
it came out
you?
like this.
Find me on Twitter at Savannah17.
Cleo, where can the people find you?
You can find me at YouTube at that thing, and then all these other things at Clio Moto.
How convenient is it that all three people in the bottom frame have their own lower thirds?
Everybody hold them up. Lower thirds unison.
You know what? When I get my computer, which is gonna happen quite soon, I'm gonna make me and Dom lower thirds, and all the rest of you can have your pieces of fucking paper.
And
Yeah.
if you don't make me a lower third, I won't put the computer together for you.
I'll do it.
There we go.
And I will remove the power supply in your sleep.
I will
Yes,
I will weld
Ball
it into the
sack.
computer case.
Whoa!
You can't weld everything
Well, I
into that
thought-
computer
I thought-
case.
Watch me.
I thought his ball sacks were already in your sack. I thought you had your balls in your purse.
Wait, what?
You can find me on twitter.com/phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
All
You're
together
even
now.
starting to say it that way.
I'm so proud of that.
You can find us all on youtube.com and facebook.com/ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Make sure to leave in the comments. Give us some feedback. Give us some discussions. Tell us what you
Please.
liked or did not like. And we will discuss it on the next show.
That's a
Yes.
fairly accurate bird, too. Jeez.
Until next week,
My hair says goodbye.
Jasper's going to host.
Boy, Jasper, you're so cute.
I'll get Luna over here and she can co-host.
And by co-host, you mean slap you in the face and walk away.
Oh, by co-host, I mean rip me open and I bleed for the show.
Meow.